welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. So last night, I did want to report, last night I did do an ISA, or Infected Space Advanced, with this new tune on the build that was seen in the Preparing Your Level 50 Starship, and I made 33k on that build. Now since then, I have made a couple changes, minor, relatively minor, but they should make a big difference. First thing I did was I bought the binaural infusion circuits, and I put that on the ship. This is at Mark 14 Epic, and this is to increase my critical severity by 25%. This is important because I have the overloads, and when those proc, I want them to hit as hard as possible. So I went for the binaural infusion circuits. This comes from the Lobby store. I left the M6 computer because it does give cooldown reduction on tactical bridge officer abilities and firing haste for all weapons for 15 seconds. I also included from the Crenum Science vessel, which was the last winter event ship, the timeline stabilizer, which not only gives a 15% cooldown reduction on science officer abilities, but also gives firing cycle haste for all weapons. So, and a 2 to 4% bridge officer and captain ability recharge time reduction for every second. Okay, so these are rather important things. So I have some extra firing haste. I can activate both at the same time. I have some extra crit severity. This should help me to improve my damage output. So we are, let's see, we are 3 levels in our Starship Mastery. Okay, I did also claim all of my starships so that I can begin to set up my different starships and claim their mastery. So for example, if we look at my ship roster, which we have to go to the vendor down here, you will notice that I have a few ships in reserve. These are the ones recommended for DPS. So, alright, these are the three, probably the three most important ones for DPS. So we have the Tactical Command Battle Cruiser. This has all hands on deck, which is a recharge time for Science Bridge Officer abilities and for Captain abilities. These are things like go down fighting, all hands on deck, etc., etc. Okay. I also have and this is a must-have if you're wanting to maximize your DPS, and that is the Emergency Weapon Cycle. Every time you hit emergency power to weapons or while you're under its effect, it reduces the weapon power cost for firing your weapons and gives you 20% firing cycle haste for the duration of emergency power to weapons. So these are two very important things. Okay, and so we'll be leveling that ship up next. And then we have the Advanced Tactical Escort. This is the Hestia out of the Sea Store, and that is numerical superiority. Plus damage based on number of allies targeting your target. So this can be very, very helpful. It's plus 10% damage depending up to 5 stacks. So up to 50% all damage based on number of allies targeting your target. Okay, so that is a very important thing to have. So we have 3 very important DPS traits that we're going to be leveling up as we go. So my 33k that I got last night in that ISA was based on Similar build I've improved by putting binaural infusion circuits and the timeline stabilizer. But notice the only ship trait I had was improved temporal insight. And that's interesting because I've added those in. Let's add in the last of our traits here. And I want rifle training. I want to lower the cooldown on my kit abilities. And there we go. And for our Starship traits, I want beam training. I want thrill seeker for a bit of extra speed. And what else did I have? Oh, yes. Fleet coordinator. Bulkhead technician for a few extra hit points. And coalition starship tactics. So I get a buff depending on the class of my team. Alright. I'm not going to put in improved predictive algorithms. It gives an accuracy buff. You really don't need it for PvE, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that off. I will, however, leave in improved temporal insight, but it bugs me that it's not in the first slot. There we go. So, alright, so those are the changes I've made to the build. So it should score a bit higher next time I go into an ISA. So, but we are going to continue on, and there we go. We're going to finish our next mission, which is the Undying. Hassan the Undying rules Nimbus 3. You'll need to enter his stronghold to find the Thalaron triggers. You've found the location of Hassan the Undying stronghold. He is operating out of his pleasure palace, which is in reality a broken down old ship that's the closest thing this place has to an underground club. Men, women, fights, illegal deals, syndicate merchandise, whatever you're looking for, Hassan has it there for a price. What we want is information. Hassan sold the Thalaron triggers to someone. All you need to do is convince him to tell you who, so we can try to get them back. So we infiltrate Hassan the Undying stronghold on Nimbus 3, which is located in the Beta Quadrant. We'll get a number of experience points, a bunch of expertise, and we'll get a plasma ray, a plasma turret, some dilithium, and we'll have to choose between one of these. Alright, so we accept, and we shall transwarp to the location. Alright, the thing to remember, if you leave before Hassan the Undying, you will have to fight your way back to the stronghold. Yep. So we're gonna have to fight our way back to the stronghold. That is okay. Doo doo doo. I'm gonna try to avoid these guys. That's getting annoying. not too worried about the scorpion. My bridge crew can take care of them pretty easily. So I'm going to let them do that. And I'm heading out. Okay. A giant scorpion has been sighted in the area, and you can see I'm already receiving delays. I'm increasing my damage output for a few seconds. Now this does have the expense of a damage resistance rating, but there we go. There we go. And we're going to fight our way up again. There we go. Moving along, along. And this time we're going to ignore the prison because we don't need to go. Alright, so normally you would be right outside the stronghold and not have to fight your way back. This was my own fault for leaving the Now you can get some extra points by killing the Nausicaan Guard captain, who we happened upon. As you can see, I get a little extra dilithium ore from killing him. Doo-doo-doo. And here we go, fighting our way back up the stronghold. everybody. Again. Get rid of... And we got an extra 60 dilithium for all of that. Okay. Alright, and now here we are at the club. We can begin the Undying. There we go. Alright, now we do have a temporal probe somewhere in, and we're too far away to target it. I was double checking I didn't see my graviton spike going anywhere. We're still too far away. All it says in my thing is to investigate the probe somewhere in the club. Admiral Sirhan and party. Quite a little disturbance you just caused. I'm not impressed. Want us to cause a disturbance in here? Not particularly. Too messy. Besides, the boss said not to kill you. Go on in and try not to break anything. Alright, so the boss said not to kill us. We're supposed to head on in. Still trying to target the temporal probe. Not getting anything. So it is pretty far away. And I believe in taking shortcuts. So I'm just going around. There we go. Okay, still not finding the probe. I love this place. The fighting, the drinks, the dancers. Oh, the dancers. No green women, though. I hear Hassan's got an issue with Orion females telling him what to do. So he keeps them out of here. Only takes orders from Milani, Dion herself. Really sweet little setup, though. Makes me want one like it. Who does the fighting here? Hassan has a handful of champions and a bunch of people who owe him money. Most of the time the fights are good. Once in a while you get someone who can't fight back. That gets messy. Do you know how I can get a word with Hassan? One of the guards by the cells is chatty. Talk to them. Alright, so we need to find one of the guards by the cell. Still trying to target the temporal probe. Nothing. Ooh, I see some. What do I see there? I see there. Oh, can't get in that way. Okay. There's my temporal probe. Wonder why it didn't target. Now it target. Okay, let's do the temporal probe. Alright, and unlock. Let's see what puzzle we shall get today. Ugh. Alright, let's see. We have ripped steam auxiliary. Let's fuck it. There's ripped. Okay. Data accepted. Alright. We have llama, winter, or upper. That's steam. That's something. Probably hull. Probably chronoton. Probably Andorian. Escort. Icy sink exterior. That's lame. Sorry. Exterior. Some. No. No. Alright, this might be lame. Oh, that's definitely auxiliary. Alright, so that might be lame. So let's try lame. Accepted. Yay. And we got Lapse, Voth, and Jungle. Drive, Winter, Cat. That's obviously Lapse. Alright, there we go. The Nicole approached Hassan in order to acquire Thalaron triggers, but they were rebuffed. There's a video record of the incident. So let's see it.
But you must have kept some of the Thalaron triggers, yes?
Are you crazy? I don't need that kind of
A
heater on you.
shame. I could have offered you more than latinum.
Creepy Riemann. Oh, he thought they were Riemanns. Okay. I'm gonna take items and let's make sure I heard that for these you only get credit. Yep. If you, again, after a video, click Investigate Temporal Probe again and copy all of the relevant data. Once you do that, then you should get credit for the probe. There you go. Okay, so remember after you watch the video to go back, investigate the probe again, and copy all of the relevant data, or you will not get credit. We did get credit, so I'm going to claim this one. There we go. And this time we are claiming temporal marks. There we go. Temporal marks and accept. So we need 300 more temporal mark to ensure that we can complete this reputation once we get a sponsorship token. We do need some more Terran, Iconian, Delta, Undine, and Dyson sphere marks. Not too bad. Because of that ISA, that one ISA that I did last night, we have 380 Omega marks, so we're over halfway. Alright. And let's continue on our mission. So we are now heading to the Chatty Guard. There's the Chatty Guard. Care to make a friendly wager on the next fight? Who are we wagering on? Whoever ends up in the arena next? No thanks. I'm looking for information. Do you know how I can speak with Hassan? You'll have to talk to Jensen. If he likes you, he'll make an introduction. But I don't care who you are. I'm not going to rat out the boss. Continue. Alright, so now we have to talk to Jensen. And Jensen is apparently this way. Jensen, I do believe. Aha. Jensen is over here. He's watching the dancer, the male dancer. Alright, here's Jensen. Hey, I heard someone like you might be dropping in. What do you mean? Eyes, ears, whispers, word gets around. I assume you want to talk to the big guy. I need info about Thaleron triggers. Hassan's not dumb. You shot your way in here. Did you think we wouldn't notice? He already knows who you are and what you want. And you're still breathing. That means he wants something from you. Now, if you still want to talk to him, check the VIP area. He's usually there before the fights. And watch your back before you find a knife in it. Alright, so Jensen told us where he is. This smells like a trap. We should find Hassan and get out while we still can. So we confront Hassan, who is in the VIP area. Which the VIP area is over here. Sorry, looks like it's this way. I always get turned around in here. Alright, let's see. There's the VIP area. Now let's see where the entrance is. Looks like... Aha. There's a ramp leading up. There we go. VIP area. Let's scan that trionium gas on our way. And here we go. Yay, we matched it. Okay. And there's Hassan. So we confront him.
I might be willing to make a deal.
So, you found your way here. I'm Hassan, and I run this planet. And you're the one who's been causing me trouble. Don't worry. I like trouble. Keeps things interesting. Now what do you want? You're selling Thaleron triggers. I want them. Sorry, but that deal has been done. I no longer have the triggers in my possession. And before you ask, I don't normally reveal information about my clients. Privacy is part of the service. You're going to tell me who has them. I might. This deal was a little different. The buyer wasn't one of my normal clients. And Thaleron triggers are very dangerous. Not the sort of thing I like to deal in. But the Latinum was too tempting to ignore. Maybe we could come to some sort of arrangement. But nothing's free in this world, Admiral. You do something useful for me, I'll tell you what you want to know. Do something useful. And here we go, we've been transported to the arena. Get ready, sir. I think we're the next event. And continue. Okay. So here is where engineers are going to come in very, very handy.
Can he bring our new fighter to heel?
Okay. Here's where engineers are going to come in very handy. We want to, first of all, keep them from using... Okay. you'll see having our engineers in the right spot. There we go. They're going to be more than able to get those done. Now, I'm not sure why Blair.
From the subtropical savannah of Nerl, can the Mugatu make our fighters sweat?
And again, we're going to order our guys here to plant their mine. Their other abilities they are, of course, using at their discretion. There we go. Now you will notice
Is from the frontier of Dewa 3.
we are drawing them in to that tunnel. So we are drawing these guys into the tunnel, using that to our advantage. I'm going to go ahead and close this now. And again, using the tunnel to our advantage. And all of my guys are, of course, putting down their mine. And there we go. I'm not even having to fight at all. Alright. See? I am going to start fighting back, but you'll notice I'm really not having to worry too much about it because my guys are simply putting down their mines in the tunnel. And there we go.
It's almost a foregone conclusion. I give you the crew of the Snapdragon!
And you notice I'm going into a more protected stance here. I'm ordering my duty officers to put down their mines. Okay, whenever possible. There we go. And they've got their mine barrier. Like I said, I'm going into a more protected area where those mines are pretty much surrounding me. I'm hardly having to worry about anything. And there we go.
Sometimes you need to take matters into your own hands. Now you die.
Alright. So again, I'm going to try and draw the soldiers in. And put my guys here, 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 and there we go. Alright, so as you can see, using things to our advantage, we're drawing the bad guys where we want them, crowd control, okay, as you can see here. Alright, so we have now killed everything, so I'm going to release my crew from their rally points. I'm going to allow them now control over their chronoton mine. And I am going to check on my other gal here. Why is she there? We default, and I'm going to check Blair's defaults as well. Okay, and back to stations. There we go. Alright. Alright, so make sure you avoid this circle here. And we're going to run through. We are going to have to fight our way out. We're trying to capture Hassan. Now, I'm not going to stop as I'm going, because if I stop, I'll get caught up fighting them, and I really don't need to. All I need to do is make my way out. I'm heading the wrong way. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay. And I'm back up. There we go. Now I need to go this way. Now these guys I do need to worry about. And I do need to kill them. And then I go into Hassan's room. He's not here, but I can do his database. Sir, we've downloaded Hassan's database. Not only do we have a full account of his weapons deals and the latinum he's been embezzling from the syndicate, there are records here of prisoners and abductees being delivered to a Tal Shiar contact he calls One Eye. We need to find Hassan and stop him. He knows more about the Tal Shiar than he's telling us. Alright, so now we need to find Hassan, and we beam out.
You want anything on Nimbus? You come to me.
Enough! I have tolerated Romulans, lowlifes, and scum for too long. Nimbus is a syndicate world, and that is who will remain. Everyone else should run while you can. I'm cleaning house. Admiral, there's no way we can take on Hassan's fleet alone. There are no other ships in range to support us. There are the pirate vessels, however, and the raiders who use Nimbus as a way station have as much to lose as we do. If we can rally them to our side, we might be able to stop Hassan and get the information we need. So we're going to recruit pirates to fight Hassan. Alright, so the way we recruit pirates is we help people. Alright, so you see we have the option of repairing the Reman ship, so I'm going to do.
You don't know how helpful you've been.
There was a Thaleron signature coming for that Reman ship. I think the triggers just warped out. Alright, so we do have on our tray, and I didn't even think about it, we do have the timeline stabilizer, and now we're going to have, where is it? Okay, it's not there. Alright, well, we do have the timeline stabilizer. There we go. And we're going to repair the pirate ship. Repair the pirate ship, and we'll go get another one. There's another pirate ship right there. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. And let's throw out one of those. Let's throw it. And let's use our timeline stabilizer. There we go. And as you can see, we made quick work of everything there and repairing the ship. There we go. And that's 3 out of 5. We need to do 2 more. There we go. As you can see, that was quick work of that. Repairing the ship. And that's 4 out of 5. And now as you can see, that gravel has a pretty good pull. And there we go. That should do it. Okay. Let's see. We have repaired. Okay. And now we need to defeat the Syndicate force. We've done 5 out of 8 already. Alright, so I'll repair pirate vessel, but I think we don't. And there you go. As you can see, we're hitting pretty hard. And moving right along. Seven out of 8. And looks like I'm being pointed this way. And of course, as always, I want to, there we go, fire as much as possible. There we are. And now we engage and defeat Hassan's dreadnought, which appears to be in this direction according to the green arrow. Let's see, where is this on?
I might be willing to make a deal.
Bah! You think a handful of garbage cows can stop the Orion Syndicate? They'll pay for their insolence with their lives. And I'll take you to Milani Diane in chains. So we continue. And now we attack. And we're going to throw everything we got at him. There we go. And that too. As you can see, he's coming down quite quickly. Tell you that haste is good. Firing cycle haste. This is why it is good, folks. Alright, so now we make the choice, capture or kill. Admiral Hassan is trying to escape, but his engines are damaged. This is our chance, sir. Do we capture him alive, or do we finish what we started? So we're going to engage tractor beam. We're going to go ahead and capture him alive. I have never known defeat, but now I kneel before you, Admiral. I will tell you all you wish to know, and then my life is yours. Admiral, we have done everything we can here. We should beam back down to Nimbus and continue the search for the Tal Shiar base. So we beam down, and that gives us... There we go. So we are back down on Nimbus, and it says contact Law, and he is our... There we go. Two good things came out of this, Admiral. Hassan's not in a position to harm anyone else, and we have his database. You're responsible for both of those things, and that's very commendable. Unfortunately, we didn't achieve all of our goals. The Thalaron triggers are nowhere to be found. The sensor readings your science officer took could mean that they're in the hands of the Remans now. What they'll do with them, we can only speculate. And there's our... There, and we need to choose. I'm going to choose Tecumseh Falchion.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And we have received another spec point. And that is our mission, the Undying. Join me next time for a fistful of Gorn. I will see you then.
If you need it, I've got it.